What is up, everybody out there in YouTube land? I am back starting off the year right here. Happy New Year to everybody. Um, this is a part two video and review of the UWA World Heavyweight title. And this title belongs to the Lucha Libre um, I guess you can say, Federation of Wrestlers, the Mexican brand of wrestling, if you will, WWE, like AAA or AAA, which is their wrestling association that they have in federation or whatever you want to call that. This is their title. Well, they've changed it just same as they've changed it over the years, the way WWE has done it, the way the yes, WCW did it. Everybody's guilty of doing it. They modernize the belts and change them. Um, the backstory on this belt is I won this in a raffle. Okay. The belt strap that it had was not, I don't want to say it wasn't good enough. It just wasn't uh, as pleasing as it should have been to my eyes, the way I really wanted it to be. And the explanation for that is when I received this belt, I was like, okay, well, this was the belt they were raffling off. I said, I'll try my luck at it. I never get anything, never win anything. And lo and behold, I did. I won it. I received it. So I started doing a little research on it. It's got quite a bit of history. Some fabulous wrestlers have held it. One of the most famous ones that comes across to me was Kanek. He was a wrestler that went on to wrestle against Hulk Hogan in the Japan circuit, Andre the Giant, Bam Bam Bigelow, the great Ric Flair, and retained his title in all those wrestling matches. So he was not your regular wrestler that you could just use him as a work guy and knock him off and toss him aside, right? So yeah, this was a pretty awesome belt. In size reference, I gotta say it's pretty much like the Crumrine WCW NWA title. It's wide. It has a nice curve to it. Nothing exaggerated. Um, it has 3 plates, 2 large plates on the side, 1 plate on the center. 4 millimeter, dual plated. The maker of the plates or the belt when it came complete was a maker by the name of Jagu John. And there is a Facebook for him. He does make belts. If you want to look him up, it's Jagu John Belts. Hopefully I'm saying that right and not tearing his name up. But again, this is a part two. The first part you will see if you look it up. You will see its natural state it came into me. And now you're seeing it in the finished product. And I'll show you guys. After, like I said, I did some research on it, learned a little bit of history on it, saw it in pictures, saw it in some matches, and I didn't like the strap. It wasn't accurate. I don't like things to be 100% accurate. I'm not that picky. But I do appreciate certain things being the way they're supposed to look. So here we go, guys. I'll go ahead and open up the belt, give it a little turn actually first, and we'll go and review the belt. The finish is a good finish. I have seen better finishes on belts, but we're talking belts that are a lot more money. I want to say that maybe this belt, the way it was in its natural state, was probably a $300 belt. It was leather, had a vinyl backing, leather but with a vinyl backing, the plates themselves, and the snaps were lining up right, like they should have been. The floppiness was 1 to 10, about a 6. Okay, I'm not going to complain about that. Very good. But I like my belts to have a heftiness, a certain weight to them. The leather to be a certain thickness. When you set it down like this, it's not imploding on itself and falling apart. You can display it beautifully. any way you grab it or hold it or sit it. And well, anyways, enough about that. Let's give her a turn here. This is the side plate, and that side plate reminds me a lot of the center plate on the big green belt. Had a figure just like that. Wrestler holding the belt like that, a title. Very nice, 24 karat gold, dual plated. The back, I went with the white straps, the way it's supposed to be, like the green belt, big green belt, and like the new tag belts are pretty wide straps, just like this. I added the UWA on the tip because this didn't come with that, but I felt that it would be a nice touch. They didn't come with a tip on these belts, so I made one into the leather work itself, just something a little different. I added texture to the snap box strap because I ran it all the way over. Okay. Same thing with this side. It mimics and mirrors the other plate on the opposite side of it. Let's open her up and lay her out. These snaps work beautifully, the ones I use. I love them. They are marine grade snaps. One thing I will say is the back, I went with a croc, beautiful croc. And if you notice something, this croc is textured. You can see the scales on there. One single piece of a croc, back, tail end, and belly. Okay, I've seen a lot of people put croc backing on their belts, and it is very much like, I'll remove this belt for a sec. Like what you see here on this table, what I have here where I always show the belts. It is a print, a pattern. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't care how big the croc is. If you cut him open, split him halfway open, he's not this wide. So whenever you see backings on belts, you usually see the lines going up and down the belt. Big indication of not being real croc. Okay, no scales, it's baby smooth. This, my friends, is croc here. The best, I will say, imitation of the croc and the way it's supposed to run, okay? I'll flip it over. It's a beautiful reddish wine material here. And now let's turn it over and look at the other side. This belt gained some weight. It got a little hefty here. And excuse me, I'm going to be a little shaky. I'm going to remove the camera from the stand so we can get a little better angle of things. Well, as you can see, there we have the UWA logo stamped tip. I did the Jamar style tooling around the plates themselves. Put some more texture in here in the center. Did a little design on there also. Didn't want it to be too obvious. I like for people to have to dig and look for things and find new things when they look at a belt. Again, the Jamar style tooling there, which I think complements the very top here where you see these round beads around the edge. Very, very nice. Now, it is a very, very thick piece of leather. Wide strap, so don't expect it to be super floppy. But it is very flexible. It is leather. Leather does break in. It will go softer than that. I don't really worry about the floppiness and, like I said, things like that nature, because belts do break in. US made, high quality snaps there, polished. That's how they come. Very, Very nice belt. I am quickly falling in love with this design. And these side plates kind of bugged me, but after a while, seeing the way the large amount of smooth nickel surfaces on there just mirrors, man, beautiful. Sorry guys, my hands are dirty. I still have a little bit of dye from working. Man, just a very, very nice belt to have. I'm glad I have it. I think very, very few people know about this belt and have it in their collection. I am very happy to have it, and will be having it in my collection for a long, long time. So this is a great little belt here. I really, really will enjoy this. And that's about it, guys. Any comments, any information, anything extra you might know that I don't know about the belt, let me know. Comment, subscribe. The curve is not ginormous, whatever you want to call it, but it's just enough. I really like, not a flat plate, but I like when they have a curve that's not so flat or so bulgy, because they display very beautifully. That's what we do with these belts anyways. I'm not going to be wearing it to wrestle or anything like that, so I'm not worried about how it hugs the front of my belly or anything like that. Okay guys, taking enough of your time. Happy New Year to everybody. First video of the year. This is part 2 of the first one you will see. People almost never get to see my face. In the first video you will see how I look and how I start to demolish the other belt. Thank you guys. Enjoy your loved ones. Enjoy your first day of the year 2022. Out of here.